Sometimes life gets a bit crazy and it's difficult to swim against its dangerous currents. When these moments come, it's important to have a support system. Ex-spouses Eric, Dane, and Rebecca Gayheart have had a few of these moments. They had to deal with a tragic car accident, substance abuse, depression, and a leaked sex tape. After everything they've been through, the two still care and support each other. Some think they might even be back together.
I don't know. I think ever since I met my wife, I've been in a good mood.
Eric, Dane, and Rebecca Gayheart exchanged vows in October 2004. In 2010, the couple's eldest daughter, Billy, was born. A year later, they welcomed their second child and youngest daughter, Georgia. Then, in February 2018, they filed for divorce. Gayheart cited the usual irreconcilable differences as the cause of ending their 14-year marriage. There is no confirmed reason for the split between the Grey's Anatomy star and the director. However, there is some speculation about the possible reasons for the end of the union. Before we get into this, we'll dive into how it all started. We're not exactly sure how the couple met. However, when asked about how their romance began, Dane told Flaunt magazine, "It's probably one of the least interesting stories in the world. It went basically like this. You want to go out? Yeah, sure. 10 months later, we were married." Well, Eric's being modest here. The two ended up tying the knot after Gayheart dared McSteamy to propose to her. They were having dinner together, as couples do, of course, when Rebecca asked if Eric had ever done anything impulsive. And I said, "Like what? Ask someone to marry me?" And she said, "Yeah, something like that," he told World Entertainment News Network. That's when Dane asked the actress if he would marry her.
I asked for the check, we jumped in the car, took the last flight out of LAX to Vegas, and we got married, and 10 years later, we're still married.
The two have been relatively quiet about their private lives throughout their relationship. They even tried to keep their daughters far from the spotlight. When you're famous, though, some things always reach the media. For almost 20 years, Rebecca kept this turmoil to herself. On June 13, 2001, Gayheart was driving when the car in front of her suddenly hit the brakes. She went around it, but she knew she shouldn't have. If a car in front of you hits their brakes and they stop, you don't go around them to avoid hitting them. You hit them because there's a reason they're stopping, she said. Rebecca struck Jorge Cruz Jr. as he ran after a soccer ball. She talked to practically no one about the tragic accident for quite some time. Finally, the model opened up about it on Laura Cathcart-Robin's podcast, The Only One in the Room. Speaking on the podcast, the Grey Lady actress said she didn't cope well with the situation. "I just didn't want to live after that accident. I couldn't handle it at all, so I spent about a year just trying to kill myself, basically by doing every self-destructive thing a person can do because I just didn't understand any of it," Gayheart said. The Harvard Man actress said she suffered from PTSD and nightmares about it. She still replays the accident in her head. Retelling her story, the actress urged listeners to be more responsible as drivers. She said that everyone should know this story and listen to the advice. The reason being that if Rebecca had known rather to hit the car in front, she could have avoided the whole incident. The emotional struggle may never be entirely over, but Gayheart said she'd found a way to move forward. "Today, I am able to ponder those questions and still realize that I deserve to be happy and that I am meant to be on this planet and that I have a purpose and I'm making living amends for that. Even though it was an accident," she said. Now, in 2022, Rebecca is making amends and trying to move forward. After the accident, the guilt slowly ate her up. This led the actress down a spiral. Although she didn't spiral alone, Eric was also struggling with internal battles, so the married couple spiraled together. In 2009, the TMZ tabloid website reported about a legal battle over a threesome tape with Eric, Rebecca, and another woman being leaked. TMZ identified the woman as former beauty queen Carrie Ann Peniche, who was posed for Playboy. In 2014, the Euphoria actor spoke to People magazine about the leaked tape. "We've all made mistakes. My one regret is that I got the person I love most wrapped up in all that, Rebecca," Dane said candidly. However, 5 years later, he readdressed the situation. Eric has transformed into a man who lives with no regrets. He told Glamour magazine, "Was it a mistake? Absolutely not. 3 consenting adults, one of them being my wife. I wasn't doing anything wrong," he said. The actor continued that he would not apologize for his life experiences, saying, "It's my life experience and I am at peace with all of it." Of his previous comment about involving his then-wife, Dane clarified to Glamour, "I was most likely referring to the drug use that was alluded to in the video, and was that a mistake? Again, I don't necessarily think I was breaking any laws and corrupting anybody." Rebecca was allegedly heard saying in the video that she needed to lie down because she was high. In 2011, McSteamy booked himself into rehab at the height of his Grey's Anatomy fame. The actor developed an addiction to painkillers following a sports injury. He completed a 30-day treatment program and began filming Season 8 of Grey's Anatomy afterward. Dane has stated that he wanted to get treatment before his dependency could develop into a full-blown addiction. According to the Valentine's Day star, he has not relapsed since he completed treatment in 2012. 5 years later, the actor stepped away from filming TNT's The Last Ship while battling depression. Eric has asked for a break to deal with personal issues, Dane's rep told Us Weekly magazine in an April 2017 statement. 3 months later, the Wedding Wars star spoke about his mental health struggles on The Today Show.
I dealt with depression throughout my life. It was always manageable, and I just felt like, you know, everybody kind of feels a little blue. But this just hit me like a truck. I had to take some time off. I went away, I took care of it, and I'm feeling great.
In 2018, a year after Eric's mental health discussion, Rebecca filed for divorce. At the time, the Beverly Hills 90210 alum asked for spousal support and joint legal and physical custody of their daughters. The ex-couple made a joint statement to Entertainment Tonight online through a rep. The statement said, "After 14 years together, we have decided that ending our marriage is the best decision for our family. We will continue our friendship and work as a team to co-parent our two beautiful girls, as they are the most important thing in the world to us." Speaking to people in 2019 at the premiere of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Gayheart talked about her relationship with Dane as they co-parent their daughters. "I mean, we have so many options, and the good news is my kids are happy and healthy," the actress shared. Rebecca mentioned that she and Eric, while still legally married, are separated. However, according to Gayheart, she and her ex-husband are still friends and are doing their best to maintain a happy family for their children. "And I think we're doing a pretty good job of it. Life is just good. There are so many exciting things happening," the model said. It's been around 4 years since Rebecca filed for divorce, and the split still hasn't been finalized. The court warned the pair in 2019 that their case would be dismissed if they did not move forward. According to Entertainment Tonight, court documents read as such: "If you fail to take the appropriate steps in your case, the court may dismiss your case for delay in prosecution." While no updates have been made public since the couple's divorce statement, Gayheart still uses Dane in her Instagram handle. In 2022, there have been rumors about a reconciliation between the ex-partners. The Scream 2 actress drew red hearts on a video of Eric and their two children as they vacationed in France. She also shared an adorable family portrait on Instagram. The caption read, "This is us, Family Vacay 2022. In the comments box of their family portrait, fans mused if the two actors were an item again. One comment said, "Scene back on," while another read, "You are back together." When Gayheart shared even more footage from her European vacation, eagle-eyed fans spotted a romantic tablescape in the family's hotel room. It featured champagne, white roses, and chocolate-covered strawberries. Could Eric and Rebecca be patching things up? Hollywood couples can show us that glitz and glam have their detriments. They could also teach us the value of having a good life partner, someone with whom to bear the battles of life. With Eric Dane and Rebecca Gayheart, we learn about second chances. Like McSteamy says, people make mistakes. While they've managed to turn their lives around for the better, we hope they've decided to give their love a second chance. Be well and be kind.